to MCs and MVPs, as you might know, this handsome young man is Jordy. And this handsome young man is Aramis. JT is not here. He's sick as a dog, hugging in his toilet at his house with his dogs and his cats, and probably his wife too. So
it's
he's
Saturday,
not here.
so she probably at work.
That's true. She probably is at work, but he's definitely with the dogs and the cats, hugging the toilet. So, with that being said, it's just me and Jordy today.
And we gonna talk about a couple of animes that have either started this week or are starting this week that we're excited for. Or that I'm excited for, and I'm going to bring to Aramis's attention.
There you go. Bam. That's probably more like it, because I only know about a couple of these shows. There's, and like I said, I just recently watched, like, this year, probably like 5 or 6 shows. So, yeah, like Spy Family and... Well, I looked at Spy. I was forced to watch Spy Family.
You were forced?
Yeah, by my wife, because she was into it. And I was like, cool. I mean, it's a good show. I'm not saying it's not a bad show. It's a good show. And then I stumbled up on, Rise of...
What is this site you're on? MyAnimeList.net has Spy Family listed as theme childcare. just childcare. Nothing else.
So, like Rise of... Shield Hero, yeah. See, like I got through that. Spy Family,
season 1 and 2.
Season 1, 2. Yep. And then I just finished. What's it called?
The Eminence and Shadow.
Shadow season 1, which was a phenomenal. We just actually did a video about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did season 1 of Dr. Stone. And I haven't messed with season 2.
I also need to see season 2 season 2 part 1.
And I'll be watching this week, most likely Monday or so, I'll be watching Goblin Slayer season 1. So I'll be getting caught up on that. But other than that, I don't really know too much. I'm not a big fan of Tokyo Revengers.
You don't like Tokyo Revengers?
I mean, it's not, I don't know. I tried watching it.
You don't like seeing Takamichi get his ass beat on a daily basis and no one teaches that boy how to fight? Got all his friends around who be out here throwing hands and nobody will teach that boy how to fight?
I mean...
No one tells him that you don't have to block with your face? You're allowed to dodge every now and again?
That wasn't my cup of tea, but I know a lot of people that like Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah, I'm excited for the next season. I want to see what they're going to do with it. I like their mystery on how is he going to fix the future, because he just keeps fucking it up. And every time he thinks he did something that's going to fix it, he goes back to the future and is like, well, back to the present. And he goes, well, I fixed that part, but this part's fucked up now. And my girlfriend still dies. So the main reason I'm here, I still failed to do that. But even worse, 3 of my friends died.
That's no good. So all right, Jordan, what's on the docket? What you looking forward to? What's going on?
So first, because I think it's going to be wild start to finish, Undead Unluck. The guy who has a mysterious ability to be immortal, and a girl who has a mysterious ability that is just uber unlucky. Just everyone around her gets fucked up and dies. He teams up with her because he wants to die. She wants to get rid of her curse. He's helping her to try to get rid of the curse. She's helping him to try to die because he's just been living forever and has went through every type of death that you could possibly imagine because he just wants to die now. In that show, I don't know how old he is, so I don't know why he's so stuck on let me go ahead and die. I don't know, maybe he's millions of years old or thousands of years, like some type of weird ass vampire. I'm not really sure, but I am I'm looking forward to just seeing the massive amount of bullshit that it looks like he's already going to be in. Like start to finish, that looks like the animation on it already looked great. So I just think, I don't even think it has to have that great of a story around it. Like straight up just seeing the different ways of her unluckiness is going to just straight up eviscerate him, and then him just have to come back and say, well, that didn't work. It's just going to be hilarious for me. After that, The Kingdoms of Ruin. I'm looking forward to this. I'm not looking at that. I have it on my phone. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere on that page. But The Kingdoms of Ruin, I'm only looking forward to that because I've seen a little bit of the trailer. So I have a very small amount of understanding about what that show is apparently supposed to be about. And straight up, I think it's going to be, it has the prospects of being one of the greatest revenge stories ever. Like, it looks so gory, so well done on their fights and everything. And all the dude is like, no, I want to see the world burn. Like, y'all fucked up. Like, one person in this world I fucked with, I liked, she cared, you murdered her, everybody gets to die. That's, and I'm for it. Like, I saw like 30 seconds of the trailer and I was like, nope, everything's justified. Burn it all to the ground, little buddy. Go ahead. You do what you gotta do. If that's what you feel, you do what you gotta do. And I was like, I won't stop you.
You probably help him.
I mean, I wouldn't help. That sounds like work. But I'll root for you, though. Another one I'm looking forward to is Ragnar Crimson. As of today, they have like 2 episodes out already, I believe, of that show. It started like 2 weeks ago. But essentially, the premise for that show, dragons own the world, basically. There's sky dragons, sea dragons, earth dragons. They run shit. Dragons are in charge. People have to struggle to figure out some way to live, period. And the guy who's fighting their main character, who's like trying to fight and claw out an existence in this world dominated by dragons, he's a weak ass piece of shit trying to fight these dragons. And then all of a sudden he starts getting powers. I don't know yet because I haven't started it yet, because I have to choke my way through Shaman King. Somehow he starts getting superpowers from his future self. So figuring out what his future self is on, also the dichotomy of like, okay, if you were super powerful in the future and you were to give your younger self powers, what would you start with? Like, what level do you think you can take when you're getting the powers? Which, if you have multiple different abilities, like if Superman was giving his young self powers instead of getting them the way he got them, which powers would he start him with so that he's understanding his Kryptonian physiology and whatnot? And like, what does he think is going to better him to be a better superhero in the future? And I'm hoping that's kind of how that story goes, because that seems very interesting to me. Other than that,
He said he gives himself powers.
I haven't started it, but somehow, because the synopsis that I've already seen and the little bit that I've seen from it is his future self gives his present self powers. I don't know how he does that.
All right, that sounds interesting.
I was like, it's a ridiculous. And then I'm sitting here like, okay, does he just give him the ability? Is he taking it from his future self, and like his future self no longer has the power and he gives it to him? There's more questions than I have on answers, but that's why I'm going to watch it. Next up, we talked about it before. A Returner's Magic Should Be Special. That started this week. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope they do it justice because its manga was great. It's another regressor story where the world's about to end and he regresses back to his younger self. So he's trying to save the world with the knowledge that he has from the future. Mm-hmm. So he's becoming very much OP with what he understands in his younger body. But not only is he making himself OP, he's getting the people who he was working with in the future before he regressed. He's finding those people earlier on so that he can get them to be stronger earlier and hopefully get them to be more powerful. So everyone he meets is basically like, no, I met you in the past, and here's what I think I should do to get you to be stronger. So when we get to the point where I died, everyone's stronger. We can hopefully get past that and save the world. But after reading that story, understanding because the story's not even over yet. But understanding it's got like 240 chapters or something like that, though.
Okay.
So, but understanding like the leaps and the hoops and figuring out what's going on in that world, because it's a show where in their world there's shadow worlds that they can go into, and they have to figure out how to beat the shadow world. It's kind of like those shows where there's a dungeon or something like that, but you got to figure out what to do in the dungeon in order for you to get out. It's kind of like that. But in each of those dungeons, it's a time period from the past. So situation happened in the past, and the dungeon is saying, you have to be this character in the past and figure out how to get out of here and do what we're asking you to do. And then you get out. And he finds out, oh, well, this is how it generates those. These are why these are happening. How do I stop those? Somebody's making artificial ones. And he figures out so much shit. All while being ridiculously powerful in his own, like, past. Other than that, Berserk of Gluttony, I believe that started last week. No, that started this week. Berserk of Gluttony, I'm looking forward to it just because I read it, but I want to know. I just kind of want to see it animated. I'm not super excited about it getting anime because I've read it already, but I do think its premise. Berserk of Gluttony's whole deal is it's another show where it kind of feels like they're in a video game because you see them like leveling up and people have skills and whatnot.
Gotcha.
And it starts with the weak ass main character, and his whole deal is that his skill is gluttony, and all that skill does is it makes him ridiculously hungry.
Right.
And he can't figure out he doesn't have anything to do with that skill. So he's poor. He's like a guard at a front gate, and he doesn't have any skills or powers or anything. So he can't go out and be an adventurer or anything. He's a guard at the front gate. The only reason he got that job is because he was friends with a girl who worked there. So he got that job. But one night while he's guarding the front gate, that place that he's guarding gets broken into. They start fighting off the bandits or whatever who broke into the thieves, not bandits. And one of them hops over the wall while he's still at the front gate. And he ends up fighting that dude. And luckily he kills that dude. When he kills that dude, his gluttony skill activates. And it eats that guy's skills.
Oh, the skills.
Yeah, it eats the guy's skills and his XP and everything. So then he levels up. So he realizes that he doesn't level up the same way other people do. He levels up by he will eat the skill level of other people.
That makes sense.
So while everybody else just gets normal XP when you're murdering monsters and whatnot, it's like, no, whatever he kills, his skill will turn into power or whatever for him.
Gotcha.
So I'm interested in seeing. It's one of those stories where since I've already read it, the story isn't going to affect me at all watching it animated. It's just like, it's going to be fun to see how they animate some of his powers and how they animate the gluttony and everything, that the aspects of their fights. It's just going to be interesting to see in motion instead of just seeing on the paper. Other than that, a couple of honorable mentions that I haven't seen anything on that mainly I've just seen a little bit of hype already for. Shangri-La Frontier. That's another we're inside a video game type thing.
Like Sword Art Online.
Yeah, I don't think they're stuck in this one though. It's just a lot of people play an online game.
Gotcha.
And he's just going through that. It's another one of those things where it's like it's very adventure based.
Gotcha.
So it's like, but it's not. It's not I went to another world, so you're gonna get the basic. We're going to the guild. We meet people who are gonna train me a little bit. It won't be the tit for tat that you get in a lot of different things. We spoke on Tokyo Revengers. I'm excited for its next season to go ahead to have started. I'm excited to see where they go with this. I would love to see someone finally teach Takamichi how to fucking fight. It probably won't happen, but hey.
A lot of these shows
I'm hoping for
starts
it.
today, too, because today is October 7th. So a lot of these
Yeah.
shows got released within, honestly, our time. Last time I checked, they say a lot of it is getting released like right now, like around 4 something.
Of the things that I've mentioned, one of the things that I've mentioned has 2 episodes. The rest of it all has 1.
Yep. See? Yep.
And then he mentioned he was starting season 1. I'm really excited for Goblin Slayer. Because Goblin Slayer is just straight up a D&D game. And I'm excited to see more of his D&D adventures.
So basically, you're gonna copy off his D&D and add it to your D&D.
No.
You ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna replicate none of the stuff that you use in your D&D games.
No, because Goblin Slayer is basic D&D. It is straight up. That's a straight up just a ranger. He's straight up just a warrior.
But you can add some of the things to it. You know, concepts. I guess.
Nah, they basic.
They basic.
They are basic D&D characters. But even with basic D&D characters, you can have a lot of fun playing D&D.
Well, I ain't talking about the characters. I'm talking about the situations and stuff like that.
Oh, no, I don't DM.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's why I thought I'm talking about the adventures and stuff. That's what
no. I have 2 different people who are my basically forever DMs, and I greatly appreciate them for that, because DMing is not for everyone.
Right.
It's just straight up.
It takes a good mind.
It takes a good mind. It takes time and effort, and I like bringing my little chaos monkeys into the game and letting them do whatever they want to do. And sometimes I make them role players. Sometimes they're just gonna do shit, and it's not gonna make sense until after I roll the dice.
Okay. Is that it for you?
Yep.
Well, hell, we look forward to next time. We'll see y'all soon. Be sure. What? There goes the thing.
Turn it back on.
Yeah. Be sure to check out that list that Georgie released and let y'all know some of his favorite, because I've been kind of getting down that list and finding out what's my itch in the anime. And I'm starting to figure out, I don't know what it is, kind of. I know what along the lines what it is, but it's been good. And I've been appreciative, so go check out those things. I'm not sure about Tokyo Revengers, but other than that,
Check out Tokyo Revengers.
I'm going to be trying to take out a lot of these things. So
Hey, y'all want to see just gang shit? That's Tokyo Revengers. Tokyo Revengers is just gang shit. You can't. It's just Japanese gang shit.
So we'll have, hopefully JT's feeling better next time, and maybe he'll chime in. I know he want to do.
We're going to do like Avengers or Justice League type team video at some point where we draft anime characters into these teams. When we're going to actually do that, we're not really sure, but we're going to do it.
If JT don't cancel on us for the umpteenth time while we try to get this stuff situated, get well, feel better. We'll see y'all next time.
It's going to be the undercard in our video. We're each just going to put out a character at the end of every video. Then we're going to splice it together in like 17 weeks and be like, there it is.
Bye.